I know some of you have come across these videos all over YouTube that says just start. Your first 100 or 50 videos are going to suck and then no one will watch them. Listen guys, don't just start. It's a trap. This is a trap to keep you in the small YouTuber category for a long period of time. I mean, come to think of it, how sure can they bet that none of your first 100 videos will go viral? If you are someone who doesn't have time to wait for only God knows how long it will take for your channel to take off, then this video is for you. I'm going to be sharing with you 4 things that you should do before you start your channel. It took me a long time to realize that I wasn't implementing these 4 things, and ever since I started implementing them, my channel has been rapidly growing. But before we start, support this channel by giving this video a like. That's certainly a way of encouraging me to keep making videos of this kind. We upload YouTube growth videos frequently on this channel, so you would like to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of our future videos. If you are someone that is young, someone that is just turning 18, that is starting up YouTube, I mean, you have a whole lot of time to yourself. But if you are already married with kids, with a whole lot of responsibilities, you certainly do not have a lot of time on your hands to do try and error with your YouTube channel. You certainly wouldn't want to be pushing out random stuff with the hopes that one of those videos will blow up. Moreover, if you are someone that is already having something going on and you would want to start YouTube as a side hustle, you wouldn't have all the luxury on your hands to keep doing one thing over and over again with the perception that your first 100 videos are going to suck. Before I tell you the first thing I did, I would like to send a big shout out to Investigate Steve. He's always the first to watch and comment on my videos anytime it's uploaded. He's been very supportive to this channel. Thank you very much, and I see what you're doing. He's also a YouTuber that does content on language learning, travel, and Camino. So I'll leave his handle anywhere on the screen for you to check him out. The first thing I had to do was to become a consumer of my niche. So what that meant was I had to study what other people in my niche are doing and pay really close attention to what is working for them and what is not working for them. I started watching their videos to see how their videos were made and also to see how people were engaging in their videos by reading the comments in the comment section. I was actually doing all these things to study what was going on in the niche I intended to make videos on. This is the ideal thing to do. Even if you are starting out anything, you certainly would want to learn about it. Even in business, this particular stage we would term as market research. So if you are going to start YouTube, you just wouldn't want to start by posting random videos without knowing whether or how people are going to respond to those videos. You would want to know how people will respond to content in that particular niche. And I know some people will go like, you are the niche and you don't have to carve any niche for yourself. Yes, that's true, but you certainly will need to have a particular pattern or theme your content follows. This is certainly what will make it easy for people to know what your channel is about. You just cannot decide to make content on anything that you like and throw it onto your channel and you think that is going to work. So if your goal is to grow your channel fast, then you need to be niche specific. Even if you set up your channel in a broader perspective to talk about things you really love and care about, by naming your channel Growing with Monday and Michael, where you would want to be talking about personal branding, managing your finance, or even public speaking coaching. So by doing this, you would have the opportunity to make videos on any of these areas. Even with these, as time goes on, you will still want to niche down to a specific area that you would want your channel to be known of. You still would want to carve a certain identity for yourself so that people would easily understand what your channel is about. Even if you set up your channel like this, you'll be better off than someone who today will be posting a video about cooking, tomorrow about vlogging, and another day the person will be posting about cars. So to effectively study the niche you would want to make videos on, I would want you to select 5 creators that make videos on the niche you would want to make videos on. Go through their videos and filter in for popular videos. Once you select popular videos, you are going to see a list of popular videos appearing here. Write these videos down and make your own version of these videos. Make sure to study the comments of the video well, and in the comments you will realize that the audience will be asking the creator certain questions. Make sure to answer those questions in your own version of the video. That's your way of adding your own twist to the video. Also, that's a way of making up for the aspects the creator wasn't able to cover in his video. So when you do it this way, you are certain that you are creating something that the audience will really like to watch. The next thing I did after studying my niche, which you should also do, was understanding how to succeed on YouTube. So you would have to consume a lot of information about succeeding on YouTube so that you'll be able to understand the science behind succeeding on YouTube. YouTube is an art and also science, but a lot of people pay so much attention to the art, leaving the science behind. The science is basically what makes someone successful on YouTube. You have to understand how the algorithm works, and the algorithm would simply show your videos to your first 20 subscribers to know how many of them will watch the video and for how long, before you can show your video to a more audience and then to a much more wider audience. That's just how a video goes viral. So in all these stages, they are looking at how long the audience will stay watching your videos. So in making your videos, you would have to make sure that your videos are engaging enough to keep the audience watching longer. The first 5 seconds of your video is very important because that is what will determine whether the viewer will stay longer watching your video or not. So you have to make sure you are going straight to the point without saying things that do not relate to the video you are making, because if they click off, the algorithm is going to realize that people are not interested in the video, and then they'll stop recommending it to other audience. But once the audience gets past the 5 seconds mark, you would have to make sure you keep them engaged watching the entire video, because that is where the valuable content of the video lies. But before people would even watch the first 5 seconds of your video, you would have to make sure that your thumbnail is enticing, because that's what will lead them to click on your video. Also, make sure your titles are really good and enticing enough to spark curiosity. And once you get the audience to click on your title and thumbnail, you have to make sure you get them hooked throughout the first 5 seconds of your video. I'll be leaving a link to some hooks in the description of this video. You can go ahead to download them for free, tweak them, and use them the way you want in your videos. Once you start learning the science of YouTube from other creators, you realize that you come across some videos that are really good, and then you also come across some videos that are really terrible. This does not take away anything from you. All what matters is that you are learning lessons and you are taking away values from those videos. The next thing I did was to equip myself with equipment. And I know a lot of those videos will say you don't need to worry about equipment. You can even start with your phone. Yes, that's true, if it is only what you can afford. I personally have an experience with this because when I was starting out my channel, I was recording my videos using my phone until I switched to a professional camera. You also would want to invest in lighting and microphone because you would want your videos to be a little bit decent for your audience to keep enjoying your videos. These are just basic tools that gives your video an extra layer for the audience to keep enjoying your videos. And once you are getting all these things and getting yourself prepared, you also have to psych your mind for the worst case scenario. YouTube can really get frustrating, and when that time comes, you are going to feel like giving up halfway through. So make sure you know these and get your mind focused on achieving your goals on here. So the last and important thing after you have done all these things is your channel settings. A lot of people forget or even do not even know this part, and this is where you give enough information to YouTube on what your channel will be or is about. And when you miss this area, it's practically like searching for a pin in a dark room. You will never find it. So what it means is that your channel will never get the exposure it desires. This is where you consistently post your videos for a long period of time, and the views you'll be getting are 5 or 8. You haven't given YouTube enough information to push your videos to the audience is intended for. Make sure you come and set your country of origin. Make sure it's set to the actual country that you are. You also would have to make sure you type in keywords to the niche you would want to be making videos on. Make sure to take time to go through all these settings and set them accordingly. So you'd want to take time to figure these settings out before you even publish your first video. There are a lot of videos on YouTube extensively talking about how to do these things right. Because if you haven't done these settings right, you will just be spinning your wheels on YouTube for months or even years, and YouTube will not have a firm understanding as to who to even push your content to. So be sure to do these and do them right. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope these 4 things are going to help you in your content creation journey. If you enjoyed this video, then you certainly will enjoy this video as well. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any question, and I'll be glad to reply you.